$50,000 party for a millionaire.
Hey everybody!
That's not how the song goes.
This is
Actually.
the Absolutely Scuffed podcast.
Hey.
I'm your host, Zay. I'm joined here by three lovely people, and their names are...
Whoa. Are we just going to skip the fact that I'm supposed to be the co-host? Isaac, hello. That's who I am. Thanks for the introduction. Hi, guys. How are we doing? We're joined with one of our other friends.
Yeah, one of our other friends. I'm James.
You know,
Hello.
the guy who only sets everything up.
Yeah, the sound guy.
Yeah, and I'm just a
And
dude.
You're the special guest.
Yeah,
I'm the dude.
You're a guy.
Okay.
I'm dude.
Your name's Chris.
No, I'm dude.
Chris. What's
dude.
up, Chris? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. Thank
Yeah?
you.
Yeah,
Thank you. I
awesome.
appreciate that.
course.
Steez is not able to join us today.
He's got
for
Steez
whatever-
things.
Yeah, he's got Steez things to do. So.
No,
Whatever that means.
Yeah, I mean, we called him and he just woke up and he was like, I'm on the way. And then he said, I can't come, actually.
You know,
So that's him.
it's a Steez thing or whatever. You know.
First things first, I wanted to say that the premiere of the podcast was really fucking good.
Let's all just give a round of applause
To ourselves.
To ourselves for the premiere.
Let's just...
That was great.
It was very
Yep.
successful.
Thank you, everybody who commented, liked, and subscribed to the channel.
Oh, yeah.
It meant a lot to
Yeah.
everybody
great.
here in the bottom of our
The
hearts.
feedback was actually really good.
It was really cool.
It was
The
great.
community, friends were really enjoying it, and family were really enjoying it too. So thank you everybody for listening.
Yeah, honestly, got a lot more support than I was expecting.
Yeah,
It was a
just
lot.
definitely.
Yeah. I mean, we had 30 views in the first hour. Now we're at like 113.
100 something, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
That's crazy. Really appreciate
We
everybody
reached
for that.
our first milestone of 20 subs.
Oh, hell
That's
yeah.
crazy.
That's awesome.
cool.
Dude.
That's honestly really crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
expect any of this.
10 of them were me, my sister, my mom, my dad. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
I mean, it's all in the community. It feels really good. I'm a little loud now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little.
Keep talking.
It's all right.
Check. And sorry about that. We're back. Something wrong with my mic or whatever. But yeah,
Fine.
the premiere was really good.
Yes.
Great turnout. I had a great time recording as well. It was a great time.
Yeah, it was
recording.
fun.
It was really
awesome.
fun. Also, shout out to James because the screen that you're looking at right now, the GIF that's playing, he created the logo. He created everything that you're looking at right now.
I sure did.
Again, another round of applause for
Okay.
James.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Chill out.
Our sound and graphics and literally everything that
Oh yeah.
this
Yes.
podcast revolves around. Yeah.
Very, very
If you
talented.
guys really like that intro, that's all James too.
Awesome.
Sounds really fucking good.
Stop,
No.
I'm blushing.
Sometimes I would like if he would come to me for some musical efforts as well. But you know, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not
He's a
broken.
great dude.
I can play guitar or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I
No,
can't
that's,
see.
Okay.
That's funny. But yeah, you know, if I might come up with some apparel. Y'all guys were saying you might
Yes.
like some merch, and I have come up with some ideas for
Actually,
that.
a couple people did say that
Yeah.
they would like
Yeah.
some shirts.
There might be some shirts, some hoodies,
because the logo is so cool.
maybe a hat,
Logo is amazing.
The logo's actually really
maybe, you know.
cool. Dude, an absolutely
happen.
scuffed dad hat.
Yeah.
Possible? Of course it is.
Absolutely scuffed
um,
anything.
We're very flattered that there's a lot of people who at least came to me asking if they can be guests on the podcast.
Yes, definitely.
I know Chris said that there was some people as well that
Yeah, I
asked.
had about like 2 or 3
I think
people.
we all got people telling us
Yeah,
like,
They're
definitely.
like, hey, is it possible if I can talk on that? I'm like, heck yeah. Just
Yeah, I mean, for now, I feel like we should stick to our roots, grow our community more, and then
definitely.
once we get more listeners,
start making some guest appearances.
yeah, guest appearances, and we're very unfortunate that we have a very small table that
We
we're
do have a small
talking
table
on,
right
so-
now.
right now. Guests will probably not be until we get one, a bigger desk.
Yeah, I don't think
And
anybody.
this is a really good spot for our Patreon plug.
Yeah.
If you want to help us out, please donate to our Patreon, starting at $5, guys. Not a lot.
We can definitely use that to upgrade the setup a little bit, so we can get some guests on here and
Higher quality content,
Here.
easier for us,
Yeah,
and better for
hopefully,
you.
hopefully in a couple podcasts from now, we should have instead of as great as this logo is that you're looking at.
Mhm.
Hopefully a couple podcasts from now, we should have GoPro set up to record us talking and actually have live video
Unfortunately,
views.
video
so
logs.
hold on. So the plan for that is that the first couple episodes we're gonna be like for YouTube, we're gonna show our recordings, but a little bit after that, after a couple of episodes, we're gonna make it a Patreon exclusive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of the plan. So you basically get a taste of what it might look like, before it's like an exclusive on YouTube, until after it ends up becoming an exclusive. So you'd have to pay in order to see the video.
Yeah, so if you guys want to donate to our Patreon, help the podcast out, you can visit patreon.com/scuffedgg, SCUFFEDGG. I was going to think about changing the URL to absolutely scuffed, but that's way
I
too
think
long.
it's fine. That's fine where
Yeah,
it is.
so I mean,
we'll just have,
ScuffedGG,
It's
yeah.
fine.
We'll have all the links in
Nice
the
and short.
description too.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get into this now.
Yes.
Yeah. Whatever
So,
we want to talk about.
What me and Isaac were talking about before the podcast even started is we were mentioning it's obviously November and one of the best days in November.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
As much as I would love to say that, I appreciate Black Friday a lot.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Black Friday.
So cool.
Black Friday is a big one for me, which is kind of sad because over the years, it's definitely moved from what is it? It used to be like the day after Thanksgiving.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I
it,
mean,
it used to
yeah.
be like
I've never paid
No,
attention.
tradition
it's
to have
supposed to be that.
Yeah,
it's supposed
but-
to be the day after Thanksgiving.
but corporations that moved it to like the day of Thanksgiving. It's
Oh,
kind of
really?
ruined Thanksgiving
oh
a bit.
no, really?
Yeah,
Like Black Thursday instead?
Yeah,
Wow, that
it's
kind of
sad.
Well, I think Black Friday kind of moves like towards like to Thanksgiving and then on because I think that they kind of spread it out now.
Yeah,
it's not just
I don't
Black
know if
Friday,
they've moved
it's like
it.
Black Month.
You know what? You're right. Yeah,
you know.
It's been like Black Week, like
Yeah,
just a whole
Black
week of discounts.
Black Week. Hey, just
But,
come take our stuff.
Basically what we're talking about is it's actually a really good opportunity for like any gamers out there to like upgrade their
gamers.
equipment because for us PC gamers our gear is like really expensive and
You
it's
know,
not cheap.
Are y'all familiar with CPUs and stuff and the new processors coming out?
No,
I'm
I'm
not.
not updated. No.
Well, there's a 3rd gen Threadripper just got announced. There's
Nice.
a
That
32
sounds
core
really.
and a 64 core Threadripper.
That sounds intense.
The word
It's
Ripper
gonna
is
be
intense.
$2,000 just for the CPU.
Yeah, I'm not paying
Just
for
the
that.
CPU.
64 core Threadripper. Yeah, $2,000.
That's
Jeez,
Insane.
that's ridiculous.
But
that
it's
is crazy.
it has the fastest single core speeds like out of all the Ryzen products still, and it's gonna have the highest capabilities of workload. So like it's gonna be like an amazing workstation PC. So if you're thinking about getting a new PC or if you're trying to upgrade your PC, later this month will be the perfect time to watch those prices drop because new PCs or new CPUs are coming out. You know, if you ever wanted to get into that side of things with tech.
What were we?
yeah, technical
Tech,
issues.
whatever.
Technical
Next,
issues.
next
Something about
subject.
CPUs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Black Friday, I work in retail, so it's not going to be fun for me.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
So
have you
shout
ever-
out to all the workers who are going to be working on Black Friday because it's going to be a mess.
Have you
I
ever worked Black
worked
Friday
la-
before?
I've never worked on a Black Friday. no.
Last year, I was working Journeys at Black Friday. It was literally like I wanted to cry.
At Journeys?
I wanted to cry. I literally wanted to cry.
Man, I can only imagine what Best Buy workers are.
Oh God!
Holy
You
cow.
kidding me?
That's going to be the worst.
I've been to Best Buy on Black
I've had
Friday.
like some of my best childhood memories is waiting outside at like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, there's lines.
Never
There's
done
At,
it.
in like, in
Never
like,
done
like
it.
30 degree
I've always
weather.
wanted to. I've
30
always
degree
wanted
weather,
to do
yeah.
it. Like you know the
Camping out?
camping
You should
out
do
and
it.
stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Vlog it.
Yeah,
I'm
wanna
going to
say-
take Friday.
I
I'm
wanna
going to
s-
take Black Friday.
I want to save money just to do that because like I need I was just telling Chris about it. Like that's kind of what we were gonna talk about is I want like a new headset and I need new monitors. Not only that, I need a bunch of stuff like that.
You want a new headset?
Well,
I need a new headset.
not necessarily just the headset. It's the I want to get the newer Astro A40 combo because I'm missing out on the mix amp.
Oh, your
That's
mix
the
amp is
best
dead.
part
Your
of the
mix amp is
Astros.
broken.
Not
yeah.
only that, like the mic is great and the headset is amazing, but Astro A40s are meant to be played with the mix amp, and
Yeah.
and mine's broken. It doesn't work. It's in pieces. So I'm missing out on like the best gaming quality like audio ever.
Now's the time to
Yeah.
get it.
And now's the time to get it.
Yeah.
So speaking of Black Friday, there's also Cyber Monday.
Oh, true.
Yes.
All the online shopping, right?
I think I have more of a craze for Cyber Monday more than Black Friday.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That actually makes more sense because you could get deals and shit like that.
Yeah,
On
it's kind of like what is it? Prime Day.
Prime
for
Day.
Amazon?
That
Yeah.
was earlier
I
this
go
year.
crazy every
I-
year because of that.
My family.
I would.
Yeah.
Stuff like even Newegg. Newegg does so
Oh,
much. By the
Newegg.
Oh
way.
yeah.
Newegg, for especially for like graphics cards and parts and stuff like that
Yeah.
for your PC. Newegg would be the best website to do that at because they just go off on their deals and stuff.
I've only ordered my CPU off of Newegg, but that's only because Amazon didn't have it.
I actually pieced out my entire PC on Amazon, and it was probably like $600 cheaper, $700 cheaper than like getting them off Newegg or any other
Really?
websites. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, Newegg tends to be. I think they tax a little more than Amazon, but sometimes like if you get lucky, you'll find something cheaper.
Some great deals
Yeah.
on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of buying stuff and whatever, do you guys? A little off topic, but do you guys pay on the first date?
Yes.
Um.
Look, I'm a
That's a
little
tough
old.
question.
I'm old fashioned. I honestly do think that the man should pay on the first date.
Is that
Huh.
old fashioned though?
Yeah, of course it is.
I don't know if it's old. I think
It's
it's, still a thing.
old-fashioned.
It's still a thing. I think.
Like, well, yeah,
Well,
no, it's not okay.
By old fashioned, I think he means like it originated. You know,
Yeah.
like
yeah,
the
I guess so.
gentleman.
Of
Yeah.
course, if
like
you're
in
gonna
the
be a
gentleman
gentleman
era.
and you want
That's
to
true.
like not in that way, but like show the girl a good time.
First impressions.
and like yeah, exactly. First impressions, you're gonna have to pay for the meal. Like,
Well-
that's just manners. First of all. Second of all, it's like you really think it's romantic to have your date pay for themselves.
Well, here's the
or
thing.
or even
In
worse,
the-
have her pay for you.
In the society that we live in,
Oh God.
it's
Don't
it's
even
just
get me
facts.
started.
In the society that we live in, most females don't have a problem with paying with their half. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on my end, I've had plenty of first dates where I haven't paid because I can't afford it. You know, and
Yeah.
like I don't think I have to say
that's
it.
not
You know
necessarily
what
a
my,
bad
you know what
thing.
my mom would say to me then? My mom would say, then don't go on a fucking date.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
like, at least in high school, and even now, I mean, my parents, if I ever said I was going out with a girl, they're gonna be like, "Here's money for you, and here's money for the girl because you're gonna pay for them." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh."
I've paid for like
So
movie tickets.
That's
Wow.
where
and
like
stuff.
that's where my origin of paying on basically everything
You
came
see,
from.
there's different situations though, because like
Yeah,
at
there
a
are.
movies you can pay for the ticket, and then she'd be, oh, let me buy us M&Ms. Okay, that's cool, great, awesome,
Yeah.
sick. I was just gonna pay for like popcorn and soda.
That's
and,
usually how
like-
I don't usually just go to one place on a first date. So we
Yeah,
kind of
me
just
either.
take turns
Mm.
depending on what it
That's
was
cool.
we were
Yeah,
doing.
yeah. I mean, like,
What is an ideal first date for you guys?
Wow.
ooh,
Like,
Good segue. Oh my
Look,
god,
I'm
you're the
gonna-
segue guy now.
look,
Nickname.
look, with me because it's my personality and everybody has their own thing. I would love to go to a concert and then maybe go eat somewhere like
like a
decent.
rock concert.
Yeah,
That
well,
sounds
yeah.
so much like Isaac though.
Like,
Yes.
like if the dude, like just moshing like on the first
On
date.
the
Can
first
you imagine?
date. I
Oh.
can't
Could you
imagine.
You'd have to
imagine?
find
Actually,
the right girl for that.
You
That's,
walk
that's
out,
like Isaac.
both
I
have black
have, I
eyes.
have the right girl.
for
Don't.
those
Dislocated
kinds
shoulder.
of things, you kind of meet them at the concerts, though.
yeah,
you know?
but yeah,
and then
that's
it
the
kind of
thing,
turns
though.
into like a rest of the night thing.
Yeah,
you know? And then
exactly.
you start hanging out for the rest of the night.
You know, it's like a night.
And those
at-
are always
it's
cool.
a night at emos in Austin.
Honestly, for first dates for me, I don't know. I honestly, because like my plans, it's kind of like fucking, wing it.
Yeah.
definitely.
I wing everything. Like, we'll have the first thing planned. So say like, oh, we'll go to the movies, and then
Yeah.
after that, it's just kind of a
Whatever.
it's just kind of like a
happens,
Russian relay.
yeah.
Like, you kind of just choose whatever.
Yeah.
But I find it really hard because I dislike when a girl pays for like themselves. I have like even when I don't have money, I'll pay for them, and I just find it really hard to like have them pay for themselves. It's just weird to me.
it's just it's such a weird concept because I think it's just how we were raised. You know.
Maybe it's just
Yeah,
because I'm
it's-
just a really nice guy. I don't know.
No, I
That-
think that's just how it's supposed to be, though. You're a man.
Exactly, the way
You're
you
a
were-
fucking man.
Yeah,
and
it's-
pay for the
even-
pay for the the date. I
Yeah.
mean, like, again though, what's y'all's idea of poor? I'm not poor, but broke.
Oh,
Bro,
shit.
when you say
We're still
okay,
on the we're still on the
bro.
first date thing. My first date, my ideal first date, probably go to like the Pearl, like downtown, like
Oh,
somewhere
yeah,
nice.
downtown is
You
cool.
know,
That's nice.
really
That's
nice.
nice.
Probably get like coffee and macaroons and
Sick.
talk instead of like
Mhm.
going somewhere and just eating.
Yes,
It's kind
definitely.
of awkward. I don't know if you've ever had a first awkward date, but I've had like an awkward date where
definitely had a
there's not
couple.
much talking. It's kind of just like you're eating, and then like every now and then you'll say something, and like
Yeah.
But I like going somewhere and like going like walking down the street,
People
like
noises.
looking at things. Yeah, like
People noises
and-
around you and whatever.
and like talking.
Like, getting to know the person. That's
Yeah,
that's-
and then we
that's the
get
whole point of a
hungry,
first
and then
date.
we eat, and then
Mhm.
we're more familiar with each other, and then we can like feel comfortable eating
Yeah.
because it's kind of like a weird barrier you got to break eating with somebody like for the first time is
Yeah.
with before talking to them ever in person like this is from a Tinder date that's why
Yeah.
that's why I said before talking to them in person you kind of got to like break that barrier
Shout out to Tinder if you want to sponsor.
Honestly,
us.
I haven't
Oh my god! Everybody
J-
sponsor us.
Our boy Jay here uses Tinder a lot.
I don't though it just passes the time sometimes
Yeah, I understand.
it's just a fun
Hey,
little
I
thing,
vote to
but
change my answer. I mean, I like long walks on the beach.
I'm about to change my answer.
No, man.
I'm
I mean,
just
if that's
kidding.
how you,
I'm
because
just
everybody
kidding.
has.
Yeah,
No,
everybody
yeah,
has their way.
that's literally the first thing I said before I said I was like, this is just a me thing. But like
Yeah.
the concerts and like but there's if you think about it, there's a lot more to just moshing at a concert because like you
Yeah.
know there's like an hour wait before the show where
Yeah.
you're in line, literally just talking the entire time, or like before or after like the like certain bands come up, like ones that you want to just chill and see, and others that you want to actually be interactive with and stuff. So I mean, I don't know, but that's just like the most exciting to me is like going to a show, like a really good show.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Even if it's something as small as going to like Imagine and singing Poets and Saints, like at least the old Poets and Saints.
Shout out to Phones.
Shout out to Poets and Saints.
I think, in a personal view, I like to. I'm more of a get out there and have fun type of guy. So like, I'll take you. I like to go bowling. Bowling is a really fun activity.
Bowling
for
is
me.
actually really fun.
Yeah,
Bowling
like-
is pretty
like
fun.
I love
Bowling,
And it's like it's not embarrassing if you're bad.
Yeah, 'cause
it's
nobody's good
bowling.
at bowling.
Yeah,
it's bowling.
everybody
nobody.
sucks.
It's either you're like good for like
A couple try. It's like
Yeah.
luck.
yeah.
It's
It's
like,
like
oh my god, I made like a strike.
like
And
I don't know
then you
how I did that, but I
and then
did
you
it.
don't make any more strikes at the rest of the game.
Exactly. Or you gutter like 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
It's just a fun activity. Just to like you bowl, you wait a little bit, you talk, you keep bowling, and then there's other activities like going to an arcade. I love going to arcades.
Yeah.
Like main event.
I think
Main event's a
I
great
think I'm
place.
the same. Yeah, I'm the same as you and James. I like going to places where there's people,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it's not like it's just us two. I feel like movies are probably it's
The-
not a bad date, but it's not
I
a
think
good
it's the
first
worst.
date.
I think it's the worst first date that you could do.
You get to know absolutely nothing about that person. It's either before or after.
Or usually
you have
when
to
you
go
see
eat.
a date, you have to do something before and after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or before or after.
Movies are kind of like a fourth date,
Yeah.
third date.
It's like, oh, hey, well, this movie's coming out, and we've been dating, so you mind coming to see it with me? Or
Yeah.
like,
It's
can
like
I take you with me?
It's
or
like a
something?
date to where, hey, I like spending time with you. and I
Yeah.
want to spend time with you
Yeah.
while
Yeah.
I watch
Okay.
this movie. You know,
Yeah, cool.
it's one. It's
Exactly.
kind of those one.
Or
See, like going to the
oh,
Pearl, it's
never mind.
perfect because not only do you get to sit down and eat with them, but you might run into somebody that you know.
Yeah.
For any non-local listeners, if you don't know what the Pearl is it's like a community thing downtown.
Yeah, it's a really cool like community spot. There's just like
Yeah,
oh,
it's kind
there's
of like
like
a park.
cafes. There's like a public little like laying area, and
It's
you
the
know?
perfect spot for.
Yeah, there's like a
everything,
little
you know?
square. It's like a little
Yeah.
town square.
You see
Completely
every.
free.
Yeah, you see everybody there. You see people taking graduation pictures. You
Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
You
Like-
can go on the parking lot roofs and
Yes.
and just hang.
Speaking of local spots, any appreciation for Imagine Books and Records? I miss that place.
I mean, you two know about that.
Yeah, it's kind of
yeah,
just
I'm
like an us scene.
very lost on the
well,
subject.
never mind.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what Imagine is. I mean, shout out Caitlin Paz.
Maybe talk about it later then.
Yeah, we can talk about it later.
I mean,
maybe
we,
if
we
we
can
get-
we can dip into y'all's music little.
I like Imagine Dragons.
because I
my
honestly,
gosh.
I mean, you guys talk about it all the time. I
Yeah,
know nothing about
I
y'all's
joke
band.
about it. And
Imagine-
he laughs.
Imagine Books and Records is a small record store. They actually just moved locations to a bigger small record store, but yeah, it's like a small like bookstore, record store, and they have like public live music, and you can
Like
go.
venues.
It's not. Yeah, it's like a small venue, and you can probably fit like 30 people in there. You know,
No, like I think the maximum was like
Okay.
50, 60.
well, comfortably 30 people.
Okay, yeah.
And it's kind of like a small spot, and it's really it's a closed scene. You have to really get in there to it's like know it. That's why y'all don't know it.
Yeah.
It's a cool scene though. It's like a cool local
Just indie kids.
music indie.
But like it's all
Vibing.
genres though. Like there's country, freaking like
Yeah, some
hip hop,
heavy metal.
Yeah.
And these are all local artists.
Yeah, a lot
of
of them
them.
are. A lot of them are. There's a
But
few that
there's
come
some
from Austin. There's
Austin
some that
comes
come from like
over here.
San
Japan.
Marcos.
Japan.
Oh, yeah.
This band, it's an Trio, came like because they had the USA tour. I think they came from Japan to come play at Imagine Books.
Yeah,
Records.
and they were
Isn't
like,
that crazy?
"Hey, let's just stop here and play there."
Yeah, and it was
they
their
did.
it's their last night. I
Yeah.
think is when they stopped there.
It's a cool little scene.
Now-
It's really fun.
Do the performers get paid, or do they pay to be there?
They get like a small cut of like the people who pay to get in.
Depends
Like,
on how many people show up for
Yeah.
that
Oh,
concert.
okay.
So they take like a small percent. Like I guess the owners take a small percentage and they distribute that between the 4 bands that usually play.
usually
that night.
4 bands.
It's
yeah.
usually 4. So they take it. They split it up between those 4 so that
It's probably
everyone
like
has a split.
$20, $30 if they
Yeah,
play there.
Usually,
If it's a good night, maybe 40. You know, it's
Yeah.
you don't
It's
do it
not-
for the money
it's just
there.
gas money.
Yeah,
That's all it
pretty
is.
much. It's like here's some food money for thanks for playing. You know,
Yeah.
it's really you really play there to play for people. You don't play it for
Exactly.
the money. You don't do it for
Usually, we should have saved our money, but every time we got like paid for the gig, we just use it for Whataburger.
our
Because
old, our
that
old
was like,
band.
kind of like a thing after we did a show at Imagine. We would go to Whataburger and like kind of just enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, there'd be like 15, 20 people at Whataburger all chilling. Just came from Imagine Books and Records after
Yeah.
the show, and we all hang out. And
Yeah.
it's a great way to expand like your friend groups. You know,
Definitely,
we should all go actually sometime.
that'd be really cool. Hey, Ezra left.
Oh yeah,
he's gone.
Who?
That's so sad.
oh.
Ezra Hurd is the he's the cool cat that was running the shows at Imagine Books and Records. I think there's somebody else that is going to be running them though. It's not one of the family members.
Do you guys think that's gonna change community?
I don't think it'll change the community. I think it'll
not
just
the
change the
community.
way the shows run.
Yeah,
He was definitely a huge part of everything, but
an insane
it's
part.
still the same family running the same shop. You
Yeah.
know,
But it's
he'll be
without
missed.
Ezra's kind of like the guy though that brought the kids and the parents and the everything together. Basically, he's the one who kind of created the Imagine Books and Records image when it came to in terms of like music and community and local like artists and stuff like that. He was the one to do that. So I think it's going to change quite a bit without him.
Speaking of performing and whatever, me and James did a little get together with Caleb and who was it, Ruben?
Yeah,
It was like a one-time thing.
yeah.
I
We
don't know
we
what
jammed
happened.
one time.
Yeah, I mean it was really fun, but I think performing, I don't like hearing my voice.
Yeah,
I mean I love to sing. I mean I think everybody likes to sing. It's just when it's in front of people, I mean I have these nerves that get to me. I mean I was really comfortable with just those people there.
yeah. It was like
But,
just us three. Us.
Like hearing myself
4.
sing, I didn't enjoy it. Even like when I was editing the last episode and I was hearing my voice, I was like, why did I say any of that? Like why am I even talking in general?
I think that's a human thing. I think
That is a
everybody
human
thinks
thing.
that at some point, you know. And then the more you perform, the more you get over it. You kind of have to.
Yeah.
But that comes with time for
It's
sure.
it's like that one filter that's been going viral on TikTok, where you invert your face and you're kind of like, oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
that's what I look like.
Even
though it's not
when
really what
it
you look
flips
like.
it, yeah.
Even though it's not really what you look like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like the same concept. Like, why do I look like that? Why do I sound like that?
Gross.
Totally.
I think that's why I really enjoyed doing band in high school, because it had nothing to do with my voice.
Mm.
And you can even see it like with band, like my passion for it. I wasn't speaking, but you can see it in like the way I moved.
In your performance.
Yeah.
Like you loved it, right?
Yeah,
I think we all loved
it
it.
was all fun and games.
It was amazing.
Performing's fun.
I love performing.
Any kind of performing is fun, honestly.
I think I'm meant to live my life on a stage.
That's such a you thing to say.
But yeah, no, I mean, I'm being genuine though. That
Yeah, I mean you're really talented.
I can't, like, honestly, it sounds dark and it sounds morbid. It really does. But I'd rather not be alive than not be able to play my guitar and sing on a stage. If my hands were cut off,
Okay.
if I lost my fingers,
Okay.
I'd rather
If
just
you lost
not.
the ability to play.
If I
How
lost
about
the
that?
ability to play, if I lost the ability to sing and play, I don't think there's a point in me.
Bro, it's so crazy to
There
think
isn't.
about.
There isn't a point to me.
I think that's anybody though. Like, what if you just
Uh,
lost both your hands like right now?
I broke my middle finger
Oh yeah.
a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Oh, I remember
Junior year.
that.
I broke my middle finger in the middle of marching season.
I
Really?
remember that
Yeah.
was horrible.
Did you have to stop marching?
No.
Well, I mean, obviously you didn't have to stop marching.
No, I marched the rest of the season with the
Did you
broken
have a
middle
splint?
finger. Yeah. On the
Well,
field,
yeah,
you
it
can
was-
see it in the
It
pictures.
was so funny.
Yeah, you see me holding my horn like that because I have a splint on, and
This was when?
my junior 2 years ago. Was it? It was junior. Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
I couldn't play my French horn because it was my left middle finger, and French horn's the only instrument that uses their left hand for the valves.
I just
Really?
realized that.
Yeah.
Holy. Wow.
I learned how to play my French horn with my right hand. And I practiced region still with my right
Did
hand.
you have to
I flipped the horn.
really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was stupid.
That's honestly really
It was-
amazing.
It was really stupid.
I disagree with the whole left or the right hand. What did you use? Your left hand
What?
to play?
To play French horn? The left hand is
That's the only one.
It's the only brass instrument that uses the left hand.
Brass instrument.
It's all woodwinds use both hands though, right? I mean,
Really? Oh yeah, you played sax, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, but there's like a certain way you have to hold it. Like your left hand has to be on top, and your right hand has to be on the bottom.
yeah.
Like there's literally like
There's
you
no way
could
to actually
try,
hold it.
but
It'd be
Actually, no,
super
you
awkward.
can't do
No,
it.
they're made for your like your
Yeah,
your what's it called?
the way your arms are built, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you literally cannot play with your right on top and left on the bottom
Well-
because your left hand wouldn't be able to reach all the way around
Doesn't
the
the
bell.
sax sit on the right side on your right waist?
I thought it was-
So
Isn't
wouldn't
it
you?
preference?
It's definitely
That is
preference when you
preference?
play, because
Really?
there's two styles of playing. You know, you can play it with it straight in front of you,
Mhm.
and then that's chill and all, or you can play it tilting over to the side
It
on
also
your right
depends
leg.
on which sax you play. Just
Yeah,
'cause-
like if I
Oh.
played the big giant berry sax, I could not hold that in the middle.
Mhm.
That would be very silly and be very wrong. But like tenor or alto or I guess you can't really put it on the side with the soprano either. But like it's definitely all preference for most saxes.
but no matter what, if you broke a finger, you couldn't play it.
If I
You would have
broke-
you
if
would
I-
have a lot of trouble.
If I broke a finger, I definitely would make it very hard to play.
Yeah.
Because if I just threw a splint on it, I could just like, I guess like kind of move it up
Yeah.
and down. I don't know.
Oh,
I mean, is it all buttons or are there like holes? Because I know like a flute or
it's-
the clarinet have holes.
for sax?
For
they're all
saxes,
buttons.
they're like little buttons. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like little like pearls you put your fingers on. That's why I say it'd definitely be hard. Depending on which finger you broke too. Like if you broke your pinky finger,
You couldn't play a
You're
lot.
done.
And that's
Yeah.
the same for guitar. Speaking
Yeah,
of guitar,
if
Isaac.
you broke your
Yeah.
middle finger, dude, either
Oh.
hand for you.
Well, yeah.
Guitar players.
Well, if anything,
my
thing could
bass.
be-
I played bass too. I couldn't play my bass because my middle finger was
Oh,
broken. Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
were like that the whole
I
time.
tried. I
felt
forced myself
really
to play
bad
without my middle
before
finger.
a gig. I remember I felt really bad because you were like hurting. Well, like,
Yeah, I
when you
was in
were
pain the
playing,
entire
like, during a
time.
practice. I think.
And then I played the gig still.
Yeah, you did.
It hurt.
Damn trooper. And I don't know.
I don't know why I did that. I don't know how I did that,
I don't know.
honestly.
Yeah, I don't know how, but you did. That was cool.
I mean, I have a guitar. My grandma bought me a guitar like my sophomore year. I've only touched it like, I don't know, like 10 or 11
Oh yeah,
times.
I have a guitar.
You don't play it.
I don't.
What kind of
It's a
guitar?
Taylor,
what kind of
right?
gu- You have a Taylor guitar?
Yeah.
What the? I have my Taylor guitar.
I have a
It's,
Cordova.
it's really
You
really
have a Cordova?
nice.
Oh, that's actually decent.
It's a
Wow.
really nice
You
guitar.
know, whenever I hear somebody say, "Yeah, my grandma bought me a guitar," I'm thinking like, okay, they got a first act or like
It's
some
like-
stupid stuff,
Little
like
kid guitar.
little $100.
My
Like,
grandma.
Is that like F tier?
Yes.
yeah, it's
First
bad.
first act is first.
You know,
act.
So
like,
what's
that's like-
it's whenever
what's my
say-
guitar?
Your guitar is like not first act. Your
your
guitar is
top
a Taylor.
of the line.
It's like B tier?
It's like an artist.
almost
tier.
S tier.
S
It's like
tier.
it's almost. It's like
I have
was
an
it A
S
tier?
tier
A
guitar
tier's-
just chilling
A
in the
tier's
corner of my
below.
room.
How
Right.
big is it? Is it like
It's
a smaller one?
no, it's a
or is it
guitar.
like a full
It's
scale?
an
It's a guitar.
acoustic.
guitar.
It's a full acoustic
It's a
guitar.
full acoustic.
Wow.
It sounds nice too. I played it.
I'm
a few
gonna need to
times.
see that.
I don't play it though because I don't know how to play it,
It's black.
dude.
and I don't want to learn because it's just too much effort and just too much like.
Can
Well,
I-
all you do is play Destiny
Can
all
I
day.
see that guitar?
Destiny's
please?
great.
So sorry, guys. So
Oh, I have new AA batteries
Oh,
in the
do you?
house. I do. If it dies again,
should we
I'll just
stop?
go grab them.
oh,
no,
okay, well, you know what? Okay,
I
awesome.
don't.
good.
It shouldn't
So,
die for another 20 minutes.
Basically,
so.
I think this is gonna happen with like this is kind of just more of like an informational thing. What I'm saying right now. So it's not like I don't want to sound mean, but if somebody were to tell you like, oh hey, yeah, grandma bought you a guitar, or your tia bought you a guitar, they're probably getting you a guitar that's not good. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
most chances are they went to Walmart and saw like this
That's
like
pretty
little
much-
thing in a
That's
box.
how it pretty much works with every instrument, you know.
Yeah,
It's kind of like it's the thought that counts.
That's the thing though. That's why I don't want to sound mean, but like I'm just like
It's
it kind of sucks is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
sad because like
They
so
don't
your
know
your
what
grandma,
a
your
good
aunt,
guitar
like I
is.
just said,
Yeah.
exactly.
Most
like
likely,
say,
it's just something.
oh
they found
honey,
at the flea
I
market.
saw this guitar and I thought it was so cool. I thought you should have it because you play guitar and you're
That's
sitting
happened to me.
there with your Fender fucking Telecaster, and she gives you a first act. It's like, oh thanks,
Grandma. I'll totally play it.
Yeah, and you play it. It's
some
like, yeah,
$5 guitar she found at the flea market.
exactly.
A
But-
flea market.
But
dude.
to her or to your tia or whatever, they think it's like a
The flea
top tier
market.
like thing, and I don't know. I think it's kind of sad, but that's a kind of a sad thing about musicians and musicians' family if they want to ever get them gifts. So I think
it's kind of hard to pick out gifts for musicians.
it's really hard because instruments are expensive and they're not like something you find at like a flea market
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
or what I was going to say whatever or like a Walmart or anything. I don't know. I just thought I should say something about that.
Yeah.
Christmas is coming up, so
Yeah.
if you have
Christmas
a
is-
musician friend, or probably ask what they want.
If
You
your
know,
friend-
it's
I
not
know
it's not
Yamaha.
always that bad
Look,
to ask.
real
Say, hey,
quick,
what do you need?
picks are an amazing
Oh,
small
guitar
gift.
picks,
Only
yeah.
like maybe $1 or $2.
But
Picks are
but you know,
great.
even then,
yeah,
there
I
are
know, I know.
different size
They
picks,
are
different thick
sizes
picks, and like
yeah,
I can't play with a thin pick. You know,
Yeah.
It's-
So I know you guys are big string players, or
Yeah.
you know, like
Yes.
bass guitar or whatever, and
I want to
so
learn
I
bass.
want y'all's opinions on the ukulele.
I
have
play
a
ukulele.
and I
Yeah.
love the ukulele.
Yeah, I love ukulele.
Ukulele is awesome.
But I feel like nowadays there's this kind of norm where like if you see somebody with a ukulele in school
They
passing by
they
you,
only play
That
21
is-
Pilots and
Yeah.
they don't shut up.
That's
yeah.
I
definitely
feel like it's
That's a
definitely
thing.
ruined.
a stereotype that is true.
And it
Yeah.
literally only happened within the past 3 years.
Mhm.
Isn't
Yeah.
that crazy?
Yeah.
It's because of 21 Pilots, bro.
Actually, yeah.
Tyler literally like created this actual clique, and it's like
Tyler's
it's about
the singer.
Tyler's the singer of 21 Pilots. He created like this actual clique that like bounds all of his fans to like learn to play the ukulele in only his songs. Like that's
guess
literally it.
I guess you could call him Tyler the Creator.
Okay.
Oh my
All
god.
right.
No, but yeah, you're totally right. The ukulele has definitely created a little what's it called?
A click like a norm. It's I don't know. It's a weird.
It's like you see an emo kid with a ukulele in high school.
Yeah,
you know
you-
what they do.
You know what
Yeah.
to expect from
Yeah,
them,
exactly.
right? They know like 5 chords, 6 chords, and then
They know
they can play a few
definitely
songs.
know how to. The only song they know how to play from memory is Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
I'm gonna jump off topic real quick.
Yeah, do
because
it.
we're talking about artists. And
Awesome.
I just popped up in my head, but like, how do y'all feel about like tattoos and stuff?
Oh,
I want to get a tattoo so bad. My first tattoo, I want it right here on my wrist, a treble clef.
treble
I
clef?
literally wanted that tattoo for like the past 2 years.
That's actually
I
a really
wanted-
cool tattoo.
Yeah.
I like that.
Like about this size. I mean, like a finger's worth.
Nobody can see.
I know. That's why I said a finger's worth.
On his wrist.
which finger?
If you can
For
imagine.
me, I
Oh,
don't.
God.
I don't know. Like I've thought about getting a tattoo, but it's really hard to decipher what I want because tattoos are it's
Forever.
a forever thing.
Like,
And,
most of the time, it's a forever
yeah.
thing.
and I don't want to be like, I'm about to turn 20 next Sunday, and I don't want to like look at my life 15 years from now and be like, why did I ever get this tattoo?
Yeah, I
So
definitely
it's kind
want
of,
one.
It's kind of. I mean, my dad has a Q, because our last
Mm.
name starts with a Q.
Yeah.
So he has a Q on his shoulder, and I think a lot of people in our family have that. So I mean, if anything, if I can't think of anything, that's probably the one thing that I'll get.
yeah.
One of the
make that your
coolest-
first tattoo, dude. I mean, it has to do with your family. It has meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
One of the coolest tattoos that I've seen so far is, I think James knows, the Raul.
Oh, yeah.
He's a math major at UIW right now, and what he has on his forearm or on his bicep is a math equation,
Yeah,
and it's a equation for
absolute.
the absolute value,
value.
which means that
Everything's positive all the time.
everything's positive, and that's kind of like a message that
Wow,
like
that's-
to him everything's
Yeah.
positive.
It's
You know,
really,
That's an actual
it's actually
equation that
really
applies
cool.
to like everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, absolute value sign means make this positive.
Yeah,
Everything inside
whenever
is
you
positive.
use that, no matter what, the number is gonna be positive.
Yeah.
You know, and that's his
Oh.
out
It's a
view.
really cool.
That's his view on
tattoo.
things. Like no matter what, you gotta stay positive. You know.
That's
And he's-
actually a really cool fucking
That's
tattoo.
really
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
really,
Wow.
really fucking
The-
cool. It's one of the coolest tattoos ever.
And it was actually really cool because it was Raul, because he's not the kind of person like you'd expect to have like
Who's
like a-
Raul?
We went to
Never-
school.
we went to school.
whatever.
Yeah, it's fine. But
Um,
it's like it's really cool like idea of a tattoo, and it's just one of those like tattoos. Just like wow, that was really creative. You
Yeah,
know?
it was super smart.
Makes you want to cry.
It makes you want to think
Makes
of
it-
your own creative ideas.
Yeah.
It's cool
You know.
because it goes with everything that he does. He
Especially
he
since
loves
he's a math major.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's majoring in math.
I was
Like,
gonna major in math.
It's really hard to do that. It's really.
I was gonna
freaking
major
hard.
in computer science,
Dude,
which requires a
engineering.
lot of math.
Engineering.
I'm gonna minor in engineering,
Yeah. Well,
Ma-
can you minor in engineering?
in architectural engineering. Yeah, you can
You can?
major in architecture and then minor in architectural engineering
Oh,
as like
cool.
a sub. It's not like a. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
architecture specific, but
I'm actually really torn on what I want to do for or what I want to major in college between two things.
oh wait, can we finish the tattoo?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Then we could go into that.
Yeah.
But tattoo artists, you're talking about like the artists and stuff. My dad used to draw tattoos for people.
Really.
Yeah, like
had no
some
idea.
Of some of his artwork around, like he wasn't the tattoo,
But he was like the artist.
but he
like,
drew tattoos
he drew the
for
designs.
a ton of his friends.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wow, I need to ask
Yeah, like
if I ever think of something.
I can show y'all his sketchbook. But whatever. Yeah, and I've drawn 2 tattoos now for people too, and so it's really cool. I actually really enjoyed drawing like little sketches and like little like doodles like that. I haven't done it in a while, but
the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
it honestly doesn't. In my family, we're all artists, and I think it's really cool that, it doesn't really get brought up a lot. But the people who like draw the tattoos, like not just like the tattooist, but it always like the ideas for them. They always have to come from somewhere, and I think it's
Yeah,
really
true.
cool. Like
Everything comes from somewhere, though. You know?
Yeah,
Because I saw this tweet on Twitter, obviously. She got a tattoo of a girl that she saw. It wasn't of a girl, but it was a drawing that she saw. And then she said, she took a picture and she said, I want to show this artist this drawing that I got on my body.
yeah.
And then later on in the day, I saw that artist, and she said, "Hi, this is my drawing, and
Wow.
I think it's really amazing." But at first, when I saw it, I was like, "Isn't it a little rude to get a tattoo of somebody's art and you didn't ask?" I thought it was weird. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I don't think
I
that's
think-
rude.
I
I
think-
think it's more of a compliment.
It's kind of hard though to find that artist.
That's an
If
interesting
you
topic.
really because she would have like tagged her if she knew who she was, right?
Yeah.
If you don't really know who the artist is, it's kind of hard to find them. There are so many artists now. Like if you don't leave your print in your drawing, like if you don't sign it, or like sometimes
anybody's.
even if you do sign it, it's hard to tell, because it's just a signature to signify like that's yours.
But I think what he's trying to say is like,
yeah.
is it?
So say you made
I
a
wouldn't.
drawing.
I wouldn't think that it's rude. I think it's actually kind of cool. I think it's actually kind of cool that somebody would do that, because she even went out and said, "I want to find this artist and
Mhm.
show them." That to me, I did like that is like the identifier of it wasn't in
Of
ill
appreciation.
intent. It wasn't stealing something. It
Yeah.
was trying to, I don't know,
Advertise
appreciate.
it.
It's
Yeah.
trying to
About it.
appreciate the art. Yeah.
Think about it this way: if I were to like, I don't know, like say if I wrote a song and somebody put the lyrics on their art,
Yeah.
I'd
If
be
you
like,
wrote
hey,
a-
cool.
If you wrote a song over someone else's chords.
I feel that's more.
Look,
disrespectful.
man, you don't understand how it works.
I think art's a little bit different though.
Yeah.
You know, because like, let's just say James creates a really cool picture of a squid on a skull eating a bunch of fish. And
With fire.
with fire.
An arrow.
I'm
They're
describing-
describing a
I'm
picture that
I'm
is
describing a
behind
picture.
us.
And someone, I don't know, just really liked the picture and got that tattooed on like their pecs or something.
Yeah.
And they went up to James and went, "Look, I got this tattoo on my chest." Like, how would you feel?
As long as they gave me credit, as long as I got like some like appreciation, some
Wait.
like, hey, this guy drew this, you know,
Yeah.
and I got it tattooed on me.
Okay.
So what would you?
That would
what,
be
what,
okay.
What would you do and what can you do for that
If-
situation?
About what?
Like if they're like, well, it's mine. I got it tattooed, and you can't do anything about
you
it.
really can't do any. I mean, at that
feel like-
point,
I feel like I would fight him. Would you fight him? Would you fight him?
Shut up.
Get like a tattoo thing, like just draw an X over it. Like,
So you would be more flattered that somebody got their art
As
on
an
your
artist,
body.
yeah, I think it's really cool when people really appreciate your art because it's not that often that it happens, you know. People will be like, "Oh, wow, that's a really cool drawing," but it hardly ever goes any further than that, you know.
Yeah.
People hardly give you money for a drawing.
Isn't that half of art appreciation though? Just like the it's just a simple acknowledgement of the actual
Yeah,
art
but
itself.
the thing you don't realize is a lot of it's kind of half-hearted most of the time because being an artist, not everybody appreciates it, you know, like, and it's not like you're supposed to, but like it goes a long way if you do more than just compliment, you know. If you try to draw it too, or if you take a picture of it and like show people, like that's really cool. Like not just giving the compliment, like get like going further, and
Spreading
not
awareness.
everybody has to do this.
Spreading
obviously.
awareness.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it's
guess what
really
I,
cool.
what
Like the
I meant to
exposure is
say
really
was-
cool.
Is that's where it starts.
Yeah,
that's where
obviously the compliments are where it starts. Yeah,
just the acknowledgement in general.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, there's plenty. Like, say if you're at like an art gallery and like the artist is right in front of you, like, how do you think it's gonna feel if somebody just looks at it and walks away? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
Everybody has
being
their
a-
opinion.
Being
Yeah,
an
everybody
artist,
has their
though,
opinion. Like,
you get
you
used to
don't-
that.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You get used to it.
That's the same thing
'cause-
with music too. You know, not
Yeah,
everyone's gonna
we
like
experienced that too. You
your
know,
song. You
we've
just gotta
had
deal with it.
people like not stay for the whole concert. Like it
Oh,
just
yeah.
happens. You know,
And then you do have people who stay for the whole concert,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
appreciate those people. You know,
it
Exactly.
totally balances out. And no matter
There's
what,
something for everybody.
yeah, I think as long as it's in a good light, I think any exposure is good exposure. You know.
especially when it's spread around with the awareness.
Yeah.
You know? I think awareness and spreading is big. I think that's probably the most important.
As
thing.
long as there's credit given where there's credit due, I think it's fine.
I'm really torn between two majors.
Mm-hmm.
Either between music, marketing, and business, or education. I don't know what I want to do.
You don't
Like,
want to go
what-
into like performing arts.
But no. Well, I can't. But there's no point in that. What do you mean? Like,
I don't
like,
know.
If anything, the only thing it's gonna do is get me like places into like opportunities where it comes to like I don't know, places where they have like scheduled like performances.
Didn't
for,
you say you like
certain-
lived on the stage though?
No, dude,
It's different.
It's different.
Yeah,
no,
it's way
I'm talking
different.
about like me in a band, like gigging, like to New York and
Then do
like,
that.
Wild.
Here's what
dude.
I'm gonna
yeah.
say. I think your mind is you're stuck on two things. Obviously, I think you should focus on your touring and getting a band together,
Yeah.
and you should focus on that because you're really good at it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never
love
been to
that.
y'all's venue or anything like that, but I think you're a very talented individual,
Thank you.
and I think that's what you should focus on.
Definitely.
And whenever you get tired of it, I mean, you can do school while you're touring, online schools, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Anybody who knows
Yeah.
me knows that I do belong. I can't be without a guitar in
I
my
was gonna
hand.
say,
Yeah.
So like there's nothing else.
talk to people while you're on tour, while you're going performing.
Definitely.
Talk to people
And that's
who
definitely
are
what-
part of
what-
labels
that's
and
what it's
see
part of
how it
it's
is. You know, ask what do you really need?
for. Like
Because
hopefully God, like if anything were to happen where I get to actually work with a label or with a band,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be so cool. I want to actually talk to those people and see what their jobs are like.
Yeah,
because
you
I
know-
might
Yeah.
want to be a part of it someday.
that basically goes with everything too. Not
Yeah.
even just performing music. Like
Yeah.
in the video business, in artists, like being an artist,
everything.
being a photographer, being what else? I don't know.
Just anything.
Literally anything.
Yeah.
You got to make those connections, and going out there and just doing it, you make those connections,
Yeah.
and you can pretty much expand your knowledge on the entire subject that you want to dive into. You know, like for me, going into this video business with my dad and helping him out with a ton of like jobs and whatnot, I've made a lot of connections with people at companies who have connections with other people who have like
Definitely.
architecture firms, and like it's actually connected me with people without me realizing it until I needed those connections, you know. So go out there and make those connections no matter what you're doing. Like if you're going into music, go to some shows, talk to some people, and perform if you want, you know. There's honestly no problem in performing if you don't think you're that good at it. It doesn't matter. Do it anyways, you know.
I think this is great advice
get that
for
feedback.
anybody.
Yeah,
Anybody.
literally
And
anybody.
literally any field, any
If you're an
profession
artist,
ever.
Draw,
Just
put
go.
it out there on your Instagram.
Mhm.
Have people say, "Hey, I really like this," or just keep doing it until somebody does.
You know what I
'cause-
think the saddest thing is though is the possibility of somebody having a dream, like a passion,
And then it
not
not.
doing something about it. No. Not that it won't happen. The fact that they didn't try.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
that's like sad.
yeah. Just do it. That's
like,
what I'm
just
saying.
Get up and like actually do it. You
Nothing
know?
bad
make,
will
make
come
something
out of
from
it, yeah.
yourself.
Personally, I mean, I've dropped a lot of things in my life that I was very passionate. Like I made it my life,
Yeah,
and you know, say like for example, I played baseball
you did.
elementary through freshman year.
Huh.
I never stopped. Then freshman year, I got into band. I dropped baseball. You know, baseball was my life. I loved it, but I didn't have the drive anymore, and that's because I loved band.
Yeah.
And you know, here I am now, 2 years later after I graduated. I mean, I'm working on a podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, I love this podcast, but I had a great passion for band, but man, like I beat myself up and I don't have the drive for band anymore.
Really?
Hasn't that happened to everybody though? When I'm talking about like the transition into high school, I remember I literally didn't like people who sang or like
Yeah.
really music in general. I didn't
Before
like
high school.
high school happened. It took like a teacher because she heard me like humming or some shit
Mhm.
and asked
Yeah.
me, "Hey, do you sing?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know. I sing Bruno Mars in the shower," and like that turned into like what I am today. And I went through like the most dramatic change of my life, like my freshman year of high school. And I was asking y'all, did that happen to y'all too?
I played soccer for 10 years before.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I remember you saying something about
From when I
soccer,
was
like, a
5
while
to
ago.
15, and then high school hit, and then I didn't have time because band. But
Nice.
honestly, I was okay with that, and so I had my fair share of the game. You know, I pretty much stuck with the same team too for a good like 7 years. Also, and we're all still friends, which is kind of cool. But yeah, we all changed actually. Like we all went into our own little like niches or whatever.
Yeah.
Clicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all went into different like things that we actually like had more
Passion
more
for.
passionate about. Yeah.
I think in our younger years before high school, we take advantage of the fact of we have a lot of energy and we are very young. I mean, we're still very
Definitely.
young now.
Yeah.
We still have a lot of energy. But I mean,
I'm so tired.
as like a middle schooler or elementary kid, you know, you don't really know what you're doing. You just kind of you love what you're doing because you're wasting a lot of energy. You have something to do.
Yeah.
What about you, Chris?
I was a big baseball kid. When I was younger. I was a big soccer kid, big football kid. I was everywhere.
Just
when
an
I was younger.
athlete in general, all around.
Sports.
When I was like maybe like 4, I played baseball until I was like 10. And I was a big I was a catcher, you know, and it was fun. But I think after a couple years, I got really bored of doing the same thing.
Of catching.
Yeah.
So I moved on to what was it? Football. And I played football. And then I got bored of football. And then I moved on to soccer. And I got bored of soccer. Then I moved on to band.
So you just kind of like kept going around until you found what you were passionate about.
I couldn't find what I was passionate about. You know,
Mhm.
it was really hard.
I just
And
realized that we're all musicians.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I just realized
I
that.
mean,
And
this all
then,
came from gaming, so
Oh,
it is
Oh, we're
kind
all
of cool that.
gamers.
we're musician.
Sorry,
no,
Chris.
we're
Yeah, keep
music
going.
I think
gamers.
I think
My
the
bad.
one thing I was speaking of that, I think the thing that really kept me like that I've stayed true to since I was like 6 is video games, which is kind of silly
Yeah.
to talk about because it's video games. But
I mean, nowadays,
Video-
not really.
Video games are super universal.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
that's
It's kind
why.
of crazy though.
but that's like out of all the things that I did throughout my life, baseball, soccer, I even did a little bit of basketball that I forgot to mention
Oh,
about.
I did too.
You know,
Basketball, I did.
it always revolted going back to games. You know, like after the baseball games or the football games, I'd come home and I'd play like Gears of War with my dad, or I'd play Call of Duty with some online friends. You
When
know?
we were
Hell yeah.
10.
and it always revolved back to that. I'm not saying that I'm passionate about the video games and that's what I want to do, but like it's just sort of the thing that I always fell back on, and I think that's really important to look on. You know, like
Yeah.
As long
So-
as there's something you have that you're passionate about,
yes,
you know, I think that's always a good thing. If you don't have anything you can fall back on, it kind of gets tough because then you can fall into like a down point in your life. I feel like I have some friends, like we've all had a few friends who've like been in that kind of down point, and like you can tell they don't have anything like that they want to do, and they're not doing it, you know.
Yeah.
So
Because there are people out there who don't have things to fall on, and who are very lonely, you know.
Yeah.
And they're and hopefully that they do have that thing to fall on, like they have playing the guitar, or they have
Playing video games.
playing video games, or doing a sport, you know,
Reading a
and
book, yeah.
and that's their thing that they fall on. I think right now what I'm most passionate about is my military path, and you know, getting better physically and getting better mentally
Yeah.
in that sort of state. And I think this is probably the most passionate I've been about anything in my life so far.
Mhm.
And I'm very thankful that I found this path, you know.
everyone has a different way of
Coping.
with their mental health.
I think that's where video games come in.
Yeah,
if I'm
that's
being
where
completely honest.
that's where video
If
games
I'm
comes
sad,
in for me. Honestly,
I go straight to my guitar.
Exactly. You see,
That's
that,
why
that-
I
that's your-
understand.
Oh,
And also
that's why
imagine.
all the songs you write are sad songs.
Well, you know what? I did write a happy song, so screw you. No, what else was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else.
I think we all fall back on something that we're really good at.
That's what it is. Could you imagine not having something to fall back on?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, like-
That's why
But
when I
that sounds
heard
scary.
Chris going from thing to thing to thing, I was like, keep doing that. You know, if you don't like something and you're doing it, stop doing it. Try something else. You know, find that.
I
Passion.
played basketball maybe for like 2 games, and I was like, I don't like
played
this.
basketball for 1 season. It was like 5 games.
I didn't even.
was like,
I didn't even finish half. I didn't finish a quarter of a season. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
But you're
Mom.
tall and you have long arms.
That's what everyone's saying. That's why I tried it, and I was like,
Yeah.
this isn't that.
Yeah.
This isn't for me. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I was small and
kinda can't
fast,
imagine
so
you
my
play
mom put me in
basketball.
soccer. So it was whatever.
But you said
Sorry.
something about like physical activity and stuff. That's the same with my dad. I mean, he used to play video games. Like, I mean, he used to skip work when Call of Duty, like the beta will
Yes.
come out, and he
Yes.
would,
Yes.
he would
I would
skip
do that all
work.
the time.
Yeah, to play this video games. So like video games for him was like that was his fallback. Now, man, I don't know. Like you guys have seen him before, but he's very very fit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he
And
is.
I mean, he goes to the gym every morning, like Monday through Saturday. Sundays are his only off days. Like going to like physical activity, I find it weird. I mean, it's not weird, but I used to find it weird that people enjoyed physical exertion, but now like because I work out every now and then too, and I can see why like it's such
Yeah,
an
I-
addictive thing.
I totally see that. You know, like before I started working out, I was just kind of like, this is just like so exhausting. It's just like I don't see
wish I
the
was
point.
addicted to working out.
I don't
Jeez.
see the point in this. But like once you commit to it, and you're like, you know, I'm just gonna push through like for the week or the next 2 weeks, and I think what it is it's progress. You know, you see yourself getting
Yeah.
better. You see yourself. Last week you couldn't curl a 25 pounds, and then now you can curl a 30.
Can
And it's
you
like
curl
what
30
the
now?
heck? Yeah, I can curl 30. It's
What does that
it's
mean?
so you know you have like
Curl
30 pounds.
dumbbells. You know?
Oh, okay. When I
Yeah.
heard curl, I thought you meant like a sit up or something. What?
No, but I
I-
think it's like progress, and I think that goes with everything. You know, with your
yeah.
no matter
That
what you
makes
do,
so much sense.
no
Yeah.
matter what
I
you
remember
do,
when I could barely play a G chord.
exactly. You know,
Oh.
and that works with everything. Works with video games. You know,
Yeah.
like you're good at video games. That's why you fall back on it. You're good at playing guitar.
Nice.
That's why you fall back on it. It's something you love doing because you're good at it. You know,
It's just the
people
initial
like
progress.
people like going to the gym because they're physically fit. You know, that's
Yeah.
something that they're really good at doing. And
Speaking of progress and all that, I have really huge faith in this podcast.
Honestly, it's going really well.
Yeah, so far. so
I mean, the
good.
premiere was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it gave me so much hope. Like I was looking for like even after last Sunday after we recorded, I was like, man, I really miss being there. Like I really want to record more episodes,
Yeah.
and I think it's really great that we get the feedback that we're getting, because it gave me a lot of hope. I mean, I didn't expect any of that. That the things like that people are saying, like really positive things.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it really drives me to want to get this thing to keep going.
Definitely. Nobody yet has said anything negative. At least not to me.
Stop cussing.
Well, I thought that was a joke.
Yeah. It's
But it's amazing. Like, just you know, when we first started recording this, you know, in my head I was just like, oh, this seems just
Yeah,
like
just
a
a
little
little
fun
hobby.
thing.
Yeah.
like,
when we
yeah,
were when we were still in Discord, I didn't. I wasn't a part of the first one, but I was like, it's probably just something we'll do to pass the time, or like just get out there just for fun.
Yeah,
you know?
I didn't
because
think it was gonna. I didn't think it was gonna get this far. When you were talking about a podcast in Discord, I was like, okay, yeah, this is gonna be like a little thing. I wasn't
Yeah.
like underestimating you.
Mhm.
I was just saying like this doesn't seem that serious. And then we actually
we hadn't found
coming here.
the drive yet. We hadn't found the.
Yeah,
You know, this is actually
and
really
we
fun.
actually came
This
out.
is our
We
passion.
actually came out here and actually sat down and did it. So
So-
see, that's what you got to do. You just
So
gotta actually go
before
out and
this
do it.
podcast, I also dipped into the military life. Well, I mean, I didn't like. I talked to a recruiter, not an official recruiter, but she was an ex-recruiter, and it was a thing that I was gonna commit to, and then I remember that my little brother was doing band, and you know, band. I mean, it's a big thing to me, so I was gonna stay until January, and then I was going to commit after his marching season. But now that we have this podcast thing going and the whole premiere was really great, I think I'm putting it on pause for now, and I'm going to see where this takes us, because I have, that's how much faith I have in this.
I think it's just all about like I said, I've been a part of a lot of like local projects and group projects with like different types of people, high school or not. It's about the commitment. And I'm not trying to like toot my own horn or whatever. I'm always committed.
Yeah.
And I haven't found the right group to
Be
actually
committed to.
be completely fully committed to.
That's why I
to
was
the
telling you
actual
earlier.
project.
Just go do gigging, and you'll make those
No,
connections
I'm
that
not
you'll
trying
expect
to.
to need.
I'm not talking about the band. I'm talking about like this.
Well, yeah.
Like
Okay.
I'm. What I mean is like if you're down to do this, I'm right here with you, bro. Like that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
It's-
Like, and I'm
it's all
down.
about-
Like I'm down.
I'm about to get really emotional.
It's all about no days off, you know.
Yeah.
that works
Yeah,
with
exactly.
everything.
That's what I mean. Like if you need like if something needs to be done, and if I have the time, like why not do it? I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm tired today. I don't want to.
Exactly.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
of course I'm tired physically or whatever, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't do it. I mean, it's something cool, something that we all love, and if one of us benefits from it, then like why not? You know.
I think that this could be a very long-term thing that we can do. I mean, we're all friends. We're all. I mean, we're not. I'm not as close as to you guys as I am with like Steez.
It's super cool though, because we're definitely growing closer.
Yeah.
Like
Chris, freaking special guest on Christmas or something like that. That would be sick.
I mean, like, because even I came over.
You can cut that out.
I came over to I came over to James' house. When was it? It was during
I'm
the week. It was like a
anonymous.
Wednesday. Yeah, it was
I'm
Wednesday.
anonymous. You don't know me.
oh, it was Wednesday.
Yeah, it was one. So I came over to James' house on Wednesday, and like, I wasn't like the first. Honestly, coming here on Sunday, last Sunday, I was not comfortable.
What?
I was not comfortable here. I mean, like, I knew you guys, but I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not
definitely.
as close.
It was,
yeah.
Oh, dude,
I definitely feel that. It was a weird environment, you know, just sitting down with these mics and the headsets, you know,
Dude, no,
and just actually, you know, doing it and just,
Mhm.
I don't know. I definitely feel you there. But, like, oddly enough, like, today it's just, like, I'm just,
It feels so comfortable today. I
I've
think
It does.
I think we're
I've
really
known-
getting
I've
the hang
known
of this.
James and his family my entire life.
Yeah, I mean, so as long as we
I'm
all
so
stay
comfortable.
friends, I mean, I don't see a reason why we wouldn't stay friends. I mean,
Creative differences.
yeah.
Well,
Okay,
I mean,
just kidding.
Like as long as we all stay close and we grow this bond together, I think that this thing could be
Definitely.
very big.
yeah. So those of you who are listening, stay tuned. You know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Um.
If you're listening to this, thank you so much.
I love
It
you.
means
Yeah.
a lot.
If you made it all the way
yes,
to the end,
seriously,
like that's pretty cool. There's your commitment. You know.
definitely.
I,
Keep going.
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know. Just to have that kind of commitment.
Sorry, Isaac is dying right
He's
now.
dying. He just walked outside.
I can cut that and make it a loop.
No, that's fine.
No, we should definitely leave that in.
Yeah, just let's keep going while he's dying.
He's dying right now.
So thank y'all for listening. This has
Yeah.
honestly been really fun.
Easter egg.
Easter egg. No, yeah, this has really been fun, and I'm sure we've all learned something from this
Yeah,
so
and these
far.
hours
and-
go by so quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I feel like I've been here for 30 minutes.
Look,
And here we
moral,
are.
Moral of the story is it ain't ending here, boys.
What?
It ain't
It
ended
ain't,
here.
it ain't ending here,
It ain't ended
boys.
Yeah.
here, boys.
We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep putting episodes out, and we're gonna go full force into this
Yeah.
thing.
Even if it doesn't like turn out for us, you know.
We're still gonna
this is
do
still
it.
a
Yeah.
really
We're still
fun
doing
thing to
that.
do. Sit here and talk
hope-
about a bunch of random
Hopefully
stuff.
by next episode or the one after, we can announce an uploading schedule that I can probably help you out with.
We-
James, if you
Yes.
want. Like I said,
Uploading schedule.
an
We're thinking
actual
about
uploading schedule.
one, 2 videos a week,
Mhm.
Awesome.
or two episodes a week. One on Wednesday and then another on Fridays.
Yep.
Wednesdays and
Fridays?
Fridays,
No, 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 no.
or Wednesday
Yeah, yeah,
Saturdays.
yeah.
Wednesday Saturdays.
Wednesdays and Fridays, because the
Fridays.
last one came out on Friday.
Got it.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for scheduled episodes.
Yeah.
We are going to push for 2 episodes a week.
At least one a week though.
Yeah, at least 1 a week though, for sure.
No
So
more hiatus.
also, a lot of you not only have been asking us about whether it be merch or just really liking the podcast. I think here's the thing, everyone's wanting it on Apple Music, Spotify,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
all of that. So basically, guys, it costs money in order to do
It
that.
does.
It's not, and I'm being serious. It costs actual money. So that's why we're kind of pushing this whole
Patreon.
Patreon thing, is
thing.
because if y'all help us out and raise the funds, we can actually put this
Yeah.
on iTunes. We
Any
can put it
little
on
thing will
Spotify
help us.
so that y'all can listen to it like on the way to work or just
'Cause
like
this is-
working out or something like that. That's why we're pushing it so much. So seriously, it would help out a lot. If
This is
y'all started
definitely
donating.
worth it if you guys are enjoying it.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you like it and if you want us to keep on doing this, it actually is. That's what the
Yeah, we-
that's
we,
what
we,
Patreon's
we,
for.
appreciate
will
it.
do
We-
literally like if you want it on Spotify, literally anything you
Well,
name it. If
Like
you
I
want
said,
it,
there's bundles
we
for
can.
it.
I mean, we
so,
can start put it out on SoundCloud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's a start.
So
but
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys want merch, and if you
Oh,
want,
yeah.
if you want like the podcast to be better in general, just
Keep the
visit
feedback.
us down on Patreon. Patreon.com/scuffedgg. The
Or in the
lowest
link
tier is
below.
$5. I mean,
$5, bro.
for
That's
five-
pocket change.
for $5 you get exclusive things. We're gonna have videos out on the Patreon. We're gonna have pre-records before the actual episode begins.
Some extra bloopers in
Yeah.
there.
Dude, yeah, honestly, we're putting so much into this that it's not even funny. Like,
Keep
So,
the
yeah.
feedback coming. In the
Definitely.
comments.
Definitely.
Ask about anything. Ask about that apparel. Ask about that merch. Ask about.
tell us what to talk about.
Yeah,
like,
give us some
literally,
topics. Ask us what are our views on
do you
certain
like,
things,
like,
and we'll all read every
no,
comment.
like
Yeah.
on YouTube,
Definitely.
Nerdy Ned 69. Hey, let's talk about Dota. Like, I don't know, something like that. Like, just suggest.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Keep it all coming, guys.
Another great way to keep our drive in the podcast is not only help us out on Patreon, but tweet out our episode, tweet out who we are.
yeah.
Give us some
Share,
exposure.
like,
Give us some
like and
exposure,
share.
yeah.
Share with your friends. Like, give it to your grandma.
Yeah.
Give it to your ma, your pa, your sis. I don't know, your brother. Just share. 'Cause
Even
why
if they
not?
don't like it, you at least you tried. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
That's all that matters to us is that you put us out there and you show us to your friends and your family.
Definitely.
And you would never know, like maybe you can grow bonds over this podcast. So yeah, I mean, visit us down on Patreon, share this, comment,
Remember to like and
yeah,
subscribe.
like and subscribe. Eventually, this thing is going to grow and we're going to get bigger and better. So if you guys have made it this far, I just want to thank you
I
guys
love
so
you.
much for listening.
Seriously, thanks.
We love you guys.
$50,000 party for only 5
Peace.
people.